learn about yourself constantly. And self-knowledge, I think, is the thing that makes you get across to the kids. If you don't know what it is about these children's behavior that is common to yourself, I don't really think you're going to be very successful in relating to them as people, as human beings. You can teach them a lot of stuff that will help them in public school, but I don't think will help them live.
Well, I like this place because, well, they will not, in fact, get rid of me like the other schools have, you know? They are very nice to me and kind and understanding.
I think this is the first year that my daughter has consistently said, I love school.
Just to get him out of the house to go to school was always such a big issue. It was a huge drama. Now, we haven't had one day with the issue.
Child has an approach that is very unique in that it's an ideology. I mean, there's collaborative problem solving, and that's a cornerstone of everything that we do here.
There's just a bigger commitment at looking at the bigger picture and trying to figure out what is this behavior trying to tell us.
We give children an opportunity to make their own plans. I've seen it work here. It's magical.
He got really upset and he went out and kicked a wall. And his plan with Mr. Dominic was to fix the wall. And I think it was very illustrative of him fixing something in himself. It turned out to be, I think, a real turning point in his whole year.
You know, the kids are challenging. The child actually that I saw this morning, I can remember the first year that I was here, he would lay on the floor and scream, I hate you, I don't want to work with you, I won't do anything with you. And now he comes in, he sits and works with me for half an hour. He still says he hates me, but that's okay. There's not a lot of emotion behind that, so. But he's doing what he needs to do and he's making great improvement.
My best part of the day is my reading group. We gather 4 days a week. It's very intense. I really get to push the academics, which I very much enjoy.
The arts are really important. Creative thinking is always important on many levels. They're getting really creative, which is wonderful. I've really seen a lot of big steps in students trying things that they didn't try before.
I'm committed to helping them learn how to deal with the things that are going to make them successful in life.
It literally took me less than a week to fall in love with this place. I love that their goal was to try to get the students back into the regular school system. I love that, that they were transitioning.
Excuse me?
When we first started at Child, we would get these great daily reports. He maybe had a really bad day and the teacher would say, well, this is what I learned from your son today. Instead of just, this is what your child put me through. This is just a whole different thing.
It's so touching when at the end of the day they come here and they'll say, well, I know we had a hard time today, Megan, but tomorrow's another day, because she's really being seen as a person and not as a problem.
Previously, I felt I couldn't work because I always had to kind of be on standby. I always had to have the phone with me and be kind of ready for when I need to pick him up or when the next crisis is coming. Now it feels to me like, you know, I can actually have a life.
We're now able to use a babysitter, and my husband and I are going out. We're doing things that other normal families seem to do, and we're all so much more relaxed. His younger sister's more relaxed because she's feeling like she knows what to expect from him now. We're doing things now that we never would have tried 2 years ago.
This is the first year in a long time that she's been able to attend a birthday party. After a couple of bad experiences, the invitations stopped coming because she still has the same challenges, but just knowing that there are more outlets for her has really been a big benefit.
When they meet other children with similar problems, and they feel like, okay, I'm not the only one who reacts like this or think like this.
They're in an environment now where they see that they're not alone. You could see that they were looking at each other like, I understand what they're going through.
We had a kid, he had his own space, and I brought in another kid, and they started to play Legos together. And halfway through playing the Legos session, he turns to the kid and says, "Do you want to be my friends? I've never had a friend."
You know, one of the biggest struggles that we see that kids have is the need to belong, the need to be a part of something.
The kids are so really very, very able.
Can I whisper to you what I think is the answer?
You can give me the answer. What's the answer?
Our child started at the beginning of last year at Child, and I think the only goal I had at that point was to get through each day. He's now thinking beyond Child, and in fact, within the last couple of weeks has started attending a mainstream school. He's, being able to handle himself in a regular setting, and I think he's feeling like he's got what it takes to survive out there.
Now, all of a sudden, he's dreaming really big. He keeps talking about his future and how he's going to be this video game designer, and how he's really wanting to go for it.
I'm 12 years old. I go to Child school. I'm making my way back to public school,
Oh, I think some of these kids are gonna do miracles out there. They're gonna be, the top person in a company. They're gonna be the next inventor of something. I mean, some of these kids' brains are absolutely amazing, and they could be anything they want to be.
When I grow up, I want to work in a science lab. Hold on. What's some catchy joke I could say with that?